Hello everyone, I am Taureor and welcome to another one of my Hearts of Iron 4 challenges. We're going to play as Ireland and the challenge is to annex the United Kingdom. Not just occupy, annex. Let's go. There are a few ways to do it, and the dirtiest, I have tested this a lot, and the dirtiest and most, let's say, luck-based is to just send a bunch of paratroopers all over Britain right before the war starts. But that is a method that can succeed, but will usually fail unless you do it perfectly. And I don't like that. I like my strategies to be working all the time, or almost all of the time. So I'm going to do something different. And yeah, let's start. Our initial research setup is Marines. Below them, what's below Marines? Submarines. Yes, exactly, that's a dad joke. And then electronic, mechanical, engineering S4, construction, just some factories, and a political effort focus. And no training of units so far. And let's just produce a bunch of guns. That is it for now. With political effort done, let's hire a fascist demagogue and set him to the higher-ups, because we are very likely to get a coup quickly because of the next election. And the next focus will be naval effort, because we do need some ships. Our naval effort is done and submarines are too. So let's start building. We're going to use 2 dockyards on submarines and 1 of them on convoys. And let's buy some steel. I suppose France is okay. Next focus, industrial effort and then armament effort. Marines have been researched, it's time to train some. I will need 10 units. And I also need to switch the unit I have into Marines. Do we have any manpower left afterwards? Yes, we do have a bit, which will be enough to deploy our submarines. Here's the coup activator. It's a very necessary event. With it, we can maybe even turn in January, because with the next election, we'll get some extra fascist support. As for the next focus, let's do armament effort. I'm going to be deploying those Marines ahead of time, because I do want to train them up. If I just let them train normally, I might not have enough time to do it. That would be more equipment efficient, but not as time efficient. Let's research naval invasions. The Spanish Civil War has started. A bit too early for my taste, but it's fine. It is integral to our plans, and it might be a bit of a problem that it already started, but hopefully we'll manage to do what I'm planning to do. Those 10 Marines deployed ahead of time, let's train them up. Elections, yes, let's increase popularity of fascism, and with that we have 36%, which is actually enough to get the coup event. Let's hope we get it quickly. Civil war for fascism, no. Oh, and a coup as well. Great. It could have happened earlier, but that is perfectly good enough, which means we're starting to justify war goals, and yes, it's going to be Spain. Both nationalist Spain and Republican Spain. Let's do Catalonia. Oh, right. And with naval invasions researched, let's plan a naval invasion. I suppose here. And also, let's go down the collectivist at this path so we can get militarism, and we won't have to spend political power to change our manpower. Since there's still fighting in this area, I have decided to change my invasion plan to this instead. Republican Spain is not doing great, but all it has to do is survive until I beat up nationalist Spain, and then I'll take care of them. Militarism is ready. I was hoping to invade this port here, Bilbao, but it's still in the Republican hands. We'll see how that works out, although I can delay the attack a little bit and possibly edit the order. Let's do military youth, and in the meantime start training our reinforcements, because we will want a full army. Yeah, we'll be deploying them green. They'll reinforce in the field, that'll be fine. Okay, I could attack now, but I can also wait 2 months. If they manage to take Bilbao, I will attack and land here, because that will give me a better spot to invade from. You guys go to the port, and you will be joining the front line as soon as it is created. You guys patrol the seas so we can actually land the invasion. They have still not taken the port. Alright then, let's attack. Launch. Have you launched? Yes, you have launched. Perfect. some manual management will be necessary. Alright, first things first. All of you are going to join the army. We're going to get a front line and an attack order this way. Execute. Oh, yeah, everyone. Execute the order. Secondly, well, some manual management. Pretty much done. Let's unpause. Oh right, I should probably mention I have hired some guys that will make our army stronger. I'm also going to invest in war economy. One of our units got separated. This might mean their death, but we'll find out soon enough. I'm also unaggressive because the enemy is unprepared for our attack. For now, let's keep up the pressure with aggressive attacks. And he's gaining experience very, very quickly. And the war goal against Republican Spain is ready too. Don't need to attack them yet. I can do that in 2 months. Go get me Madrid. Right, let's declare war on them as well. It's going well enough. Level 7 already. Perhaps I'll make him a field marshal when he reaches level 8. Then you could send more units in. Is it perhaps time to stop being aggressive? No, the enemy is out of supply or anything. I think being aggressive is exactly what we need. Okay, he's level 8. I'm going to promote him to a field marshal. He'll lose some of his nice bonuses, but perhaps he'll get even nicer ones. Okay, we have defeated Nationalist Spain, only Republican Spain remains. Now this might be good for us, but it might also not be good for us. When would it not be good for us? Well, if Republican Spain joins Comintern now. Which depends. If they don't join Comintern, well, that's great. Because, yeah, you can see how easily we're cutting through them now. But if they would join Comintern, well, that is terrible. Here, have all those units. Oh, Naval Invasion, seriously. And he did get the Combat With trait, which is a pretty good trait. Got the extra research slot. We don't have enough factories to get the next one, but we soon will. For now, let's do secret weapons. Oh, got a new trait. What is that? Division recovery rate. Very useful. Also, what? What? Bloody hell, really? Around Africa. Great job, guys. Great job. Maybe they just wanted to have a trip. You know, on government money. Use that military funding for a little trip around Africa. Alright, this is looking good. This is looking good. Alright, take Barcelona for me. And they have surrendered. Now, I could puppet them for manpower, or I could annex them for factories. And I think with what I have planned, annexing them for factories is the better choice. I can always release them later if I want to. There it goes. We have annexed Spain as Ireland. Now, next order of business, perhaps Portugal. It will depend on whether we can get that without any allied intervention. And now we have 61 factories, so let's start at the extra research slot and get ready for further whatever we decide to do next. And I'm gonna get my coffee. We have been making some preparations. I've been training our troops up, modifying the templates, producing guns, and disbanding some because we don't have enough manpower, but we'll get some more soon. Anyway, Germany is about to attack Poland, which will put them at war with the Allies, and we can use that to justify on Portugal. But we have to do it right. Right, they have attacked. Are you at war with Britain? Yes, you are. So what we need to do is send Lend-Lease to Britain. I'm going to send them... You know what? I'm going to wait a bit. Because I'm not going to start justifying until Belgium, Netherlands and France have capitulated. So let's wait until at least Germany attacks Belgium and Netherlands. Alright, they're attacking. I suppose now it's a good time to start. I'm going to improve relations with Britain. And I'm also going to start Lend-Lease. I'll send them 30 convoys. That will boost our opinion by 30, and the improving will boost it by 100. We'll get 130 opinion. We have to wait a month, and I also want to wait until Netherlands and Belgium capitulate. France has capitulated. It is a good time to start justifying. Let's just check if the United Kingdom is our friend. And yes, they are. All right. Let's start justifying on Portugal and hope that they don't get guaranteed by anyone. So going to choose something far away. Not sure if that will influence it. Probably not. If you're curious how I got these so quickly, that's because of the secret weapons focus. 22 with units trained up to the maximum, hopefully, should be enough to destroy Portugal. Let's make some artillery and add support artillery. Yeah, Germany has done all the things. I'm not really paying attention to that because we don't care. We're only interested in the UK. Our war goal is ready. And no one has guaranteed them. Let's go. Let's go and immediately give them manual orders, all of them, just to take the victory points and ignore everything else. And if we can do that, well, then we win. And yes, they can take other territory, we only need those 2 victory points in order to beat up Portugal. And they're ours. Is that enough for them to give up? Yes, they are. That was a blitzkrieg, wasn't it? Beautiful. Now, with Portugal, we're not going to just take everything. We're going to satellite their African possessions. Mozambique and Angola are going to become our puppets. Let's just end the turn for now. Because we need some manpower, but Portugal itself has quite a lot of factories, which I prefer to take for myself. Alright, that does it. And now we will be at peace for a very long time until we decide to beat up the UK. And we're going to start boosting fascism in the UK right now. Why? Well, you'll see soon enough. Hopefully. As for our colonial subjects, let's have a look. What is your manpower? 51,000 only. Well, you are on volunteer only. 51,000 on volunteer only, that's 1.5%. Service by requirement, plus the fascist generic ideas, is going to be 17%. So, that is going to be more than 10 times that. They should go up to 600,000 manpower. That's quite a lot. How about Mozambique? Mozambique is going to get even more. Perfect. But we must make sure that we get all their manpower, so let's get some colonial templates going right away and make sure we get all that. I'm going to need some paratroopers soon. However, let's just use the generic marine templates we made for them for now to switch all our units to that, to reserve that manpower for ourselves, so to say. I've queued up a lot of construction. Now all we do is research stuff and wait. So what's the plan? The plan now is to exploit the manpower of our subjects. Fully use all of it. Prepare our invasion of Britain. Change the government to fascist. And wait for the Allies to beat the Axis. And when the Allies, with the Soviet Union, have beaten Germany, then, if all goes well, the UK will turn fascist. And all of its allies, so essentially the US and France and whatever is released from Germany once it's beaten, will leave the faction because they won't like the UK being fascist. And by that time British Raj should achieve its independence, and then Britain will be alone, with no great power vassals. Well, vassals, subjects, puppets, whatever. And then we can just launch an attack and take everything. That is the plan. Will it work? We'll see. Now I'm going to wait for a few years and just build up my strength. It's going to take some time for them to gain manpower, but we have time. You might find this interesting. I have stopped training Marines and started training paratroopers. 100 divisions for each of our puppets. And I can do 100 divisions because I'm only leaving 1 paratrooper in each division. That is the most manpower friendly option. I will talk more about how I use paratroopers later on. For now I need to research support equipment, and so that we can actually give them support companies, because we need lots of those. Italy and Britain fighting in my territory. This is a bit of post-commentary I want to interject here. I had this recorded, but somehow lost this part. Anyway, I want to say that in the meantime, after beating Portugal, I have joined the Axis. I will not be joining any of their wars, but I'm doing that purely for research bonuses. I have joined faction research so that we can make all of these quickly. Let's start with engineer companies. And I'm also going to switch to free trade. I should have done that a long time ago. Let's edit the templates and add engineer companies. Switching to Heavy Fighter 3. Completing the research of signal companies signifies the last addition I need to make to the template. And see, this is just one unit. Takes just under 3,000 manpower, but it has 126 soft attack. This is a disposable one-time use human bomb. We just throw it at the enemy, and the enemy dies. Wait a minute. I have Chinese land. Really? Yes, I am going to release the People's Republic of China, because they're going to have their own focus tree, and they will make factories out of that. So yes, I am going to release China in Macau. Sure. Why the hell not? See, they have nothing. Chinese Empire. They have nothing. But they can... Oh crap, they've already done all of these. Wait, if they hadn't, they could have, you know, they could have used that to get factories. But they haven't, so they're not gonna get factories. Oh well. Well, that was pointless. A little update. Germany is not doing great. France has retaken France. As you can see, the paratroopers are coming along nicely. I wonder if the Allies will release some China to my China. That would be amazing. It's very, very unlikely, but it would be amazing. Fast forward a little and Berlin has fallen. Germany probably still will resist for, I don't know, maybe half a year. Mozambique is doing militarism, finally. That's some extra manpower that I need from you. Germany has capitulated. And we're still building up our strength, although I already do have 200 paratrooper divisions. Interesting, I don't think I've seen that before. Japan has capitulated the Raj. Mozambique is finally doing military youth. That means it's time to annex them. China capitulated, the defeat of Japan is drawing near. A little update, we have reduced Mozambique's independence, and we're going to be annexing them soon to take over all their manpower. Seriously, I thought they would capitulate by now. I mean, they do have 90, and here you go. Okay, peace conference. Okay, what happened? Japan state. What did you take? West Germany and... Oh! So you did the classic bit, didn't you? Okay, okay. Seriously, United States. How did that happen? How did that happen? Well, hello. Alright. East Germany, Middle Germany, West Germany, and Austria. German Reich exists. And it is fascist. Oh, I could easily invade them. Ah, screw it. Well, why the hell not? I am going to invade Germany. Because I can. First off, leave faction. Second, justify war goal. And third, plan a naval invasion. Because why the hell not? Oh. Never mind then. It fixed itself. The Soviets are just attacking everyone down here. Well, good for them. Let's just hope they don't end up fighting the Allies. The UK is reaching 50% fascist, and then we'll have to count on the referendum, but we still have a lot of time left, so even if it fails at first, it should be fine eventually. Now we can always launch a civil war or something. In the meantime, we can annex Mozambique. But before we do that, let's make sure they didn't send us any expeditionary forces. They didn't. And let's make sure we deploy all the Mozambican paratroopers that we've made. Even though they're not ready. Just so we can use all the manpower that they have. And now let's cancel the rest. Angola, you just do your thing for now. And now I can annex Mozambique. Wonderful. And we did get all their troops as well. These are fine. They will be... Oh, they don't have full manpower. Yeah, they'll be receiving full manpower soon. I might even switch them to the Angolan ones. No, probably not. Anyway, they'll be receiving full manpower soon because we will soon have tons more manpower. We did get all of theirs, but there's still these guys. And they're not bad, but my guys are better. My guys are so much better. So I'm just going to disband them and use their manpower for different troops. There you go. All of Angol's manpower seems to have been exhausted, and they're not getting any more. So I'm just going to cancel all this. Oh, in the meantime, I have also justified a war goal on the British. It will not expire because it's a core state. I'm deploying my planes now. I wasn't sure if grouping the transport planes makes any difference for the invasions. Just in case I did separate them a bit, it's probably pointless. Anyway, I had to cancel half of those paratroopers I was building because I didn't have enough manpower for my 5,000 heavy fighters. Let's deploy those too. I have built up airfields all over Ireland just to be sure we can fit them. Yeah, right, that's 2,000 in Ireland and 1,000 in each zone of England and 300 to the sea, just in case. That should be enough for anything. Our justification is complete. Now all our plans rely on the British turning to fascism. Oh, they're doing Indian independence. Good. Oh. Did you see that? Okay. Now they're fascists. And now the Allies should start leaving the faction. Ah, there already are. Venezuela joined them. Well, we don't care. Okay, it's time to attack. Let me prepare an attack plan. An aerial invasion of 400 units. Here's my attack plan. How do you like it? We have sent 10 to every victory point. Well, 20 to London. Then we've sent 10 around London and around some other victory points, and 5 around others to each province. And then I also dropped 1 to some of the other provinces. Not all of them. It's not necessary. Oh, also 10 over here. I've also sent some Marines to attack here and garrisoned those. It's not necessary. Now, since they have left since they have changed their ideology, all the major countries have left the Allies, which means I can just attack them, because I was waiting for them to give India independence, but when we check over here, the Dominion of India is not in the major countries. It's, let's just make sure, just so we don't make a mistake. France, neutral. Italy, neutral. Japan, neutral. Us, Soviet Union, Comintern. Turkey, that's Confederation of Middle East Nations. Then there's Britain and the Allies, and the United States are also neutral, which means I can attack them. So, how will that look when I click this? Oh, so beautiful. Let's go for it. Elegant, isn't it? If it works. Let's slow things down a notch. Alright. I think we're ready. Let's go. Unpause. Alright, they're calling people in. Let's... a lot of people in. How's air superiority? Not yet established. Fighting some people. Drop paratroopers mission efficiency 97%. Yes. Go. Slow speed so we can enjoy this. Alright, they did start launching. Since it's relatively slow, are you just doing one by one? Can't you do simultaneous missions? No matter, no matter. The important thing is to win. Well, we have landed here, but this was defended. The others, not so much. Alright, I should probably show you those guys. See, they're very small. The main strength of these paratroopers is that they are very... they don't take manpower. They take very little manpower. One of them is less than 3,000 manpower. And the soft attack is comparable to a normal frontline unit. Now, the weak point is that they're very squishy, and they will be killed very easily. However, it doesn't matter that much, because they're only necessary for the first attack. We squash the enemy, and then we don't care. So let's let them land before we do any expanding from the places we have landed in. See? Success. Success. What is your national unity? Well, we need to take everything. Which is fine, because I intend to take everything. Let's enjoy this for a moment. Ah, paradrops. I mean, you can do this with paradrops, but I wanted to do it in an elegant manner, and I hope I'm succeeding here. Should I speed this up? No, let's not. Okay, this is not a successful paradrop, but I'm also dropping them around all those victory points. And if all goes well, I will be able to converge on those. Probably should have dropped them in every province. You know what, let's go up to speed 3. And 4. And check. Yeah, aerial domination is full. The drop in London is slightly problematic. Should have sent more troops. I expected that they would launch more simultaneously. Okay, let's go to max speed. Can you please launch for... Oh, we don't have air supremacy anymore. That is not correct. That is not correct. I do have air supremacy everywhere. Oh, perhaps not in Ireland itself? You know what? These few guys that have landed might just be enough. I was hoping for a more elegant outcome. However, this should be enough. Can't see much through all those orders. Here we go. British Empire has capitulated. Here's the peace conference. Hey, great, isn't it? This is the end. Let's just make everything ours. If I was playing this further, I would puppet a few countries just to get the manpower from them. But it doesn't really matter, since I'm not going to play this further. Let's just end turn. Click done. Thank you very much. All the green stuff is us. Now, how did you like that? It was not nearly as elegant as I hoped it would be, but it was still pretty elegant, wasn't it? Now, if I were to do that again, I would only target the major victory points and send like 40 paratroopers each and 100 to London, and they would just smash whatever. And everyone would die. Still, we're successful, and without having to fight anyone else. Well, apart from the initial invasion, but we needed that for factories and manpower. If I were to continue playing this, our next attack would probably be the United States and France and all the non-Comintern states, and we would do the same strategy, just target victory points with our paratroopers, which are powerful enough to pull that off, actually. And yeah, after taking those, we would face the Comintern, and well, the Comintern can't really be taken with paratroopers effectively, but what you can do is just land them all behind enemy lines and do a magical encirclement of all their forces. I hope you did enjoy this video. Make sure to let me know what you think in the comments, and make sure to leave suggestions for my next challenge. Also, if you would maybe like to support the channel, you will find a link to my Patreon down in the description, as well as a playlist with all my challenges. So, that was it, Ireland annexing the United Kingdom. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.